Hello my loves, welcome to another video of This Is What a Witch Thinks About. So, I'm doing the opposite of what everyone else is doing on YouTube. Why you don't want to go viral. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why you don't want to go viral, and I'm going to talk about that in my own experience of going viral on Substack and gaining thousands of subscribers in a very short amount of time, an article being liked and shared by nearly 10,000 people. And what that taught me. Plus, I'm going to talk about my recent journey on YouTube and how I kind of had an awakening. If you want to go viral, if that's your main purpose for being here on any kind of platform, no judgment. If that's what you want like hundreds of thousands of subscribers quickly, and you don't care if you have to smash Nutella in a little container and squeeze, and that's how you'll get it, then this is not the video for you. But if you are like an artist and your authenticity and your purpose and what you create is important to you, and you want to make this something sustainable and long term, then this is the video for you. Anything done quickly is not really sustainable. Anything done quick tends to burn out, right? So for example, I used to have a fireplace in my old house, and I learned very quickly that if I wanted like a quick, hot, roaring fire, I could just get little twigs and some newspaper and paper and throw it in and it would light quick, yeah? I didn't want to do much work, but I wanted the fire, I wanted the results. But it would burn out very, very quickly. So I learned that if I wanted a fire that was long lasting, that warmed the entire house, it had to be slow. I had to get my husband to chop the wood. I couldn't chop the wood, but I had to, and you had to like think about it and plan it and do it all, and then it would go. So this is a bit similar to viral, right? So to go viral, you need to be on trend, right? And sometimes you go viral and you don't even realize you're on trend. That was kind of me with Substack. It wasn't a calculated move. But my journey on YouTube has really shown me that people are, they're looking at what's trending, they're copying trending videos, and then that's how they're going big. But the thing about like a virus, it goes through you, and it might go through a lot of people really quickly, and then it moves on. And it's kind of the same as being on trend, right? Especially in this modern age. It's like things are on trend and then they're gone. My experience of going viral on Substack, I had been writing for 18 months, and I wrote an article about leaving social media. I realized that Substack is social media, but when I wrote this article, Substack wasn't social media, not for me anyway. I used it as like a computer app to write my essays, post out. I wasn't on the app, I didn't restack, I didn't have the notes part, nothing. It was just a program to help me post. And I put that out in something like September last year, and then it kind of it started to gain momentum in November, and it went viral. So from that article alone, I got thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers in a very short amount of time. And like I said, that article has been liked by nearly 10,000 people. It's been restacked, it's been commented on. And I was obviously talking about something that was on trend, but I didn't realize at the time. The pluses about going viral, the bonuses of going viral, because there's dark and light to things, there's always a positive, is that I liked that so many people resonated with the article. So many people commented in and said, I love your writing style, I like your honesty, your authenticity, I like how you're not pretending to be anyone. It really resonated to me, it encouraged me to change some social media habits, whatever. That was a really, really beautiful thing, that I was able to write something that connected with so many people. Beautiful. And the second positive is that I went from 195 subscribers to like 3,300. And we like numbers, right? We like numbers. And some people say we like numbers because we're sheep and we go where the masses go, but I would like to say we're pack animals, because we are pack animals like. So we like to go where the pack goes. So having a number like that on a platform, it does help you stand out. It gives you more weight, because it's like, oh, I've built this, I've grown this, I have a capacity to entertain people and educate people and excite people and retain people and get people reading. That's what numbers say. It's like if someone's got 20,000 subscribers on Substack, you're like, okay, they're doing something good. But I find the negatives probably really outweigh the positives. So the negatives of going viral was this, that people go where the pack goes. So people just subscribe, because that's where the pack was, that's where the trend was. But they weren't really here for what I do. They're not really interested in like my poetry or the art I make or my writing journey or you know, they just clicked subscribe. Even though it has changed my engagement, my likes, my reshares and things like that, it hasn't on a scale that you think it would. The people that are really sharing my work and promoting my work and helping me grow is a community that I've had for a long time on Substack. They didn't come in with the virus, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that some people that came in from that article aren't like, you know, readers that care and are interested in what's going on and want to be part of this journey. I'm sure there is, but I think that is a really small handful. Another negative about going viral is that I had a lot of people starting to hassle me, starting to be like, how did you do it? Tell me what happened. And being quite rude about it, I guess, just private messaging and being like, hey, how did you do it? I want to be liked, I want to be popular, I want to be respected, I want to be heard, I want to be seen, right? But I don't want to be like another clog in the system just churning out things to get like the numbers. I don't want to be a content creator. I want to be a writer. I want to be an artist. So I've had lots of private messages, just like, how did you do it? How did you do it? And it makes me feel yucky. It makes it inauthentic. It makes it feel like some sort of transactional. It takes all the art out of it, all the joy, all the flow, all the femininity out of it. So this was my experience. And I just feel like there's a lot of other writers on Substack that have a much smaller subscription base, but their engagement is much bigger because they're built slowly. So the people that have come to them have found them organically and have said, I want to read you. With my recent journey through YouTube, I started this channel about a month ago, maybe a bit longer, and I clicked on a video because I wanted to grow and I want to make money. Like, I'm not ashamed of that. I want to make money from my art. I got into some tunnels about how to get 5,000 subscribers in 2 weeks and how to make money, and this is what you need to do to get subscribers. The information out there is really about finding your niche areas and your competitors in that area, copying those outlier videos, so copying the really popular videos, and then putting them out, because what goes viral usually goes viral again. And I've done it a couple times with just my shorts, and some of them have done really well. Some of them had over 1,000 views, which is quite good when I've only got 50 subscribers. Some of them have had over 500 views. But funny enough, the ones that I've just created on my back, on an artistic, inspirational mood, have done just as well as the ones that I've like copied. But last night, you know, I was doing my research on YouTube and I was thinking about what my next video could be, and I was looking at my competitors, and it just hit me. I was like, this isn't who I want to be. I don't want to be someone on YouTube that I think is like almost backed into a corner because your videos are how to sell, how to gain subscribers, how to do this, how to do this. And people subscribe and you get heaps of subscribers, but then like, where do you go from there? What happens a year later or 2 years later? There's videos on YouTube about people saying, hey, to build an audience, you got to be willing to commit to it for a year, 2 years. And people are like, no, that's crap. You can get this in 5 weeks. But I like those people. I want to build something sustainable and something long lasting and something that can grow and flourish, right? I want to bury seeds. I want to water them every day. And I want to watch them sprout so slowly that I think nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden I come out one morning and there's a flower. I've been practicing magic recently, really practicing it, like with my mind and calling things to me. And these things have just ended up in my hands. Josh was doing a read for me the other day and I called the card I wanted. I was like, this is the card I want in this journey. I want this to be the card. And it came out. I mean, out of however many cards, hundreds of cards, it came out. I pulled the card. I have been really wanting money recently. I want some money. And I am applying for office jobs as well, but it's very hard at the moment. It's competitive because obviously the cost of living is very high. I haven't worked in 2 years because I've been taking care of my son, and I'm only available a couple days a week because I take care of my son and I don't want him in daycare. I want to take care of him. So I'm also doing that, but at the meantime, I'm like, I need some money, you know? And then all of a sudden I started asking for it, you know, and weaving the magic. And all of a sudden I've had tarot reads. Hey, can I get my tarot read? Can I get my tarot read? Can I get my tarot reader? I believe that things can come to you with manifestation and magic. So I guess what I'm saying, amongst all the stuff out there about going viral, this is how you get this is how you get these views, this is how you're going to get these views. I think it's really important that you sit and really ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want your 15 minutes of fame, Or do you want something sustainable, something that's going to be here for the long time, something that's been, after 2 years, you've just been able to branch out and keep going and flourishing, and you have a tight-knit community around you that found you slowly and organically. And, you know, listen to what's going on, listen to your intuition. Like, that'll tell you what people want to hear as well, but from your heart, what you're going through, to speak about what you're going through, because other people will be going through that. And then I really believe you will get the views and you will get the subscribers. So that's the video for today. If you liked it, subscribe, hit the bell, because then you'll get notified when there's new videos, and I'll see you next time.